Ha. Most people make me not believe in love. I wanna marry him. Most people make me wanna give up. I wanna breathe for him. There's that. I'm a Valentine. What is up, everybody? I'm a Valentine here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my dirty, messy room that I am literally embarrassed to show you. I just got home. I saw a movie with a friend after work, and I don't socialize very much. Like, it's kind of like, I know that sounds kind of like, dang girl, but like, I'm just being for real. Like, I socialize at work, but outside of that, like, no, it doesn't. I just don't. Anyways, I took a shower. I kept my makeup on so I didn't wash my face. And I just was like, I feel so lost. I feel so confused. What do I do? You know, how can I, there's no way for me to win. And I've kind of gotten to that point again whenever this happens. Anytime that like my bank account feels threatened, I can get on this spiral of like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing? How can what mistakes am I making to keep ending up in this situation? And like, that's kind of where my head can be. And it's somehow like, and I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times. It always brings me back to music. And like, whenever the world doesn't make sense at all, like, I mean, at all, like nothing adds up. Every human being that I've trusted doesn't make sense. Everyone that I've ever idolized disappoints me, and I just don't, like, whenever everything else fucking fails, it's like music is the only thing that still makes sense. Like, it's the only thing that still makes sense. Me and music. And so I'm here with my piano, my keyboard, which I recently got. And I guess I'm working on a song. I was like playing something that I had in my head because I was thinking like of these lyrics that I can like sing. It just came to me type thing. I'm trying to think, where's my tripod I could like set up. I'm trying to like attempt to show y'all a little bit. My room is a mess though. Like, it's truly a mess. And I have to remember to like keep wanting the impossible things. Like, keep wanting the things that you still don't know how you're gonna fucking, like, it doesn't make sense how you're gonna do it. I'll have tripod literally right there with the light on it. That's even better. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't know how. There's like no way. And yet somehow I'm still just gonna make that shit happen. Just because that's what I'm gonna do. And I said I will. And so please ignore my desk. Oh my God. Good God, please ignore that desk. Oh. I just want you to see my piano. I want you to be impressed, but please ignore my desk. Ignore my desk, I beg you. Ignore my room. I don't even know how much you can see. Don't see. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Now they know. You're too far away from my, what's it called? Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't think this thing moves, does it? Oh shit, I think it does. You might just be at a weird angle. Sheet. Oh wait, there. Oh. Tech diff, we'll call that. Shit. Shite. Oh no, this is not going well. It's not how I want it to go. Nar. Now they know. Fuck it. Now they know. Let it go. Don't hold them back anymore. Let it go. Why am I singing that? I'm like trying to find a guitar sound. But I just don't know. Okay. Going back to the beginning.
pizza's here.
Let's go give them the code. I sometimes hate when everything seems to have changed. There was one point at my second job where both of my bosses, like my direct bosses, were women. And it's like crazy the things that you don't think that you're taking for granted. I just don't, how do I explain this? There's so many things that I just don't know. Like, I just don't. Like, I can't tell if I'm. Let me give you an example. I'm an individual. My preservation of individuality. How I always am trying to be myself and express myself as much as I can be the same thing that makes me stand out and that doesn't, help me in a company setting, right? But it can also be the same thing that makes me a CEO. And my, drive to do the right thing and to always, speak up can be the same thing that makes me hard to work with. And there's sometimes where I'm just I feel like I'm always trying to do the right thing and be the actual best person I can be, not be somebody that just that just keeps their head down and just doesn't say anything. I don't respect that. And so I try to be someone who is expressive and I say what I mean and I'm very passionate. I try not to be someone who lives like I'm dead. But that can be the same thing that gets me called sensitive and emotional and I just don't know what to fucking what. I think it's one of those things where it's we're gonna progress beyond this, but hopefully by the time I'm dead or within the next 300 years, probably there's probably gonna be so much more to do with emotional intelligence in the workplace and all this type of shit, right? But for me, just in the time frame that I'm in, it can just be so aggravating to know things about communication and know things about effectiveness and how to work with people, and I'm still just where I'm at. It's not like I can make these companies adopt better processes if they're not already trying to do that. But I still have to work and pay for all the shit that I need and try to get to a point to where I can start my own shit, But sometimes I just feel like I'm gonna go crazy. I just can't handle it anymore. And so I try to calm down and just relax and just watch something to take my mind off of all of it. But then if I spend too much time doing that, then I'm wasting all of my time. This is a very vicious cycle. Sometimes I'm just what the fuck? There's no way to win. And that just makes me feel a little hopeless. But I just thing the other day that was talking about different types of leadership, and there's authoritarian, there's transformational, and then there was this one that was called transactional leadership. And it was saying how this is the most common type of leadership. People that just kind of come through the list, it is what it is. It's just very transactional. And me, from the list I was looking at, it was something from written by an Indeed article or something like that. There was this thing about transformational leadership. And that's me. I believe in going above and beyond, being the absolute best that you can be. And I believe in pulling out the best potential that you see in human beings. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, human beings have so much greatness within them, and we all desire to be great, right? So I feel like you can bring out that greatness in everything that you do. And it can be so hard when you yourself are a leader. Like, you yourself have these beliefs of like, yo, be the best you can, and like, rather than just be an authoritarian or someone who expects things, or be a transactional leader who like you expect things to be done without you, you know, expressing that, or like you not working on yourself to have a more effective communication. Like, if something's not working, then we have to look in the mirror sometimes and be like, yo. And I wonder if this is gonna come back to bite me, where I'm gonna be like, oh, you're not looking in the mirror. And it might, but I'm still gonna say it. Sometimes you have to look in the mirror as leaders and be like, hey, you know, this is not working when I'm trying to get my team to do this thing. Is there something that I could do to maybe better reach them? You know, like, what things am I missing? Like, for example, I'm using this example. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I work with people who speak different languages. If I'm trying to explain something to them and I'm using all these fucking words and fucking whatever, and I'm like, why don't they just understand? I just explained it. Like, maybe I need to explain a different way, you know, because they speak a different language. So it's like, if we're all human beings, we all come from all these different lifestyles, and like, maybe you need to try, like, if something is not being met to your expectation, maybe you need to try to explain it differently. Maybe your method is not being effective. And I just hate to see how, like, poor leadership, the way that shit trickles down, like, that is the type of shit that actually does trickle down. Poor leadership, like, the inability to effectively communicate and motivate and uphold standards, it's so frustrating to watch it play out. And then, like, to genuinely watch white men just like do what they can to watch them run these companies, and to see how many people from the bottom up are holding things up. Like, even though you might be in charge, and by the way, this is not to say that every white man that's in charge is like incapable. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just saying, to see such a large amount of incompetent white men upholding or leading companies, it can just feel very exhausting. And it can just feel so exhausting. I'm just exhausted in general, frustrated. I mean, I'm just so like, and I'm just a barista, like, just a barista, and yet I'm so much more. And I think that's one thing that I really love about myself, is that I know that people might be doing what they're doing right now, but they're not just that. Like, I know that there's something in you that's great, and there's something in you that's just so powerful. But some people see things as black and white. And I tend to find that a lot of, you know, these white men that I speak of that are in these positions, they can see things as black and white. And they can see things as, like, to see other human beings as if they're small. I just think that's so crazy. Because nobody's small. You know, like, nobody's small. And then to see people become less of who they are, just to survive. Like, it's survival, bro. That's all it is. It's not like anyone wants to, like, give up on their dreams, or like, nobody wants to be depressed, nobody wants to be exhausted. But people go through so much shit. Like, people go through, like, crazy shit, bro. People just go through some crazy shit. And if you're sad, or you complain you're sensitive, until they can't even express themselves, until they just become smaller versions of themselves, or they try to be. And when you say less, then you're easier to talk to. And when you say less, then you're easier to handle. And you're easier to work with, and you're easier to control. It's just fucked up, man. I'm just feeling fucked up. And it's one thing for me to be like, oh, I'm just burned out. And like, yeah, that's part of it. But also it's just like, you know? How many times can I die inside? It's a little bit later after I was crying. I'm like watching the video from like me performing last night. And I'm like, oh, so adorable, you know? Like, it was just adorable. And I followed Jeremy, the host, on Instagram, and like, he's so fucking cool. And he's so adorable. Like, he was such a cutie. And he's like so sweet and like actually genuine. Like, it's just crazy to see that like he's in LA. I don't really understand like the full scope of all he's got going because I just met him and I haven't done like a deep dive of his content or anything. But just from what I saw, like, why am I talking about him? I don't know. I just thought he was interesting and like, I don't know. He just seems like a really sweet person. Like, for someone that's in LA, I've heard a lot about, you know, people in LA being super self-absorbed and like, you know, just assholes and all this stuff. But like, he's like an actually sweet person. I'm just very impressed with him. Yeah, I'm like drinking some water and shit. And y'all, I'm gonna try to sleep and not hate human beings, you know? I'm gonna try to give grace for people's incompetencies in the same way that I've received grace for mine. And trust that I don't know everything and that I'm not seeing the full picture. And trust that God has a plan for me. Right now, I feel like I don't know what my intuition is saying. I don't know if I'm ignoring intuition or if I'm just like trying to be logical and fucking, I just don't know. I just know that I'm trying to do the right thing and that I feel like I've made mistakes in the past that I just don't want to repeat the same cycles. I don't want to be poor. I want to be autonomous and like independent, and I want to stay that way, and I'm willing to do what it takes to do that, and I have to be successful, and I'm willing to do what it takes to do that. Now, I might be a little exhausted right now, I might be a little burnt out, and I might be feeling like shit, but somehow I'm gonna get my ass up in that fucking morning, and I'm gonna go to work, make this bread, and I'm just gonna do the best I can. I do not have the answers that I want right now, but how am I gonna solve all this tonight? How? Like, how am I myself? Like, yes, I'm in control of my life, yes, but like, there's some things where it's just like, there is a weight to it. There's some things where it's just not in your control. So why am I over here trying to figure it all out tonight? I can't. It's not possible. So I'm gonna just try to watch some ASMR, sleep, maybe watch a tarot reading and try to calm my nerves and just do the best I can. And I'll hope that you'll do the same. Much love. I will see y'all soon, okay? Much love. I'll see you soon. Much love. I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye. Boy, I love. Actually, you know what? No. Scratch that. I noticed that whenever I'm really stressed is when I'm like, you know what? No, I do need a boyfriend. And then whenever I'm not stressed and I feel like a boss bitch, I'm like, thank God I'm single. I don't need no man. And I think like when I'm stressed, I'm like, I need someone who can just like hold me and tell me everything's gonna be okay, and like who can take care of me, because I can't do it myself apparently. But then when I'm like feeling rich and feeling like I got it, then I'm like, yeah, period. No nigga could hold me down ever. Period. Nobody can handle me because I'm the best, and I'll never sacrifice myself for that. So I'm over here right now feeling lonely. Say that loudest in the room. Like, I'm feeling lonely as fuck. And I was so tempted to get on Tinder and like text these niggas, just be like, I'm so lonely, tell me I'm pretty, tell me something. Like, like, and I know that's so cringe, but like, I'm just keeping it so 1002 with y'all. Like, it's just so true. That's just really how I be sometimes. I didn't nail down anything from that song I was playing on the piano. Like, I didn't record anything from it, but I have a little tune. My piano's still on. That's what the tiny little blue light is. That's over there. I don't even know if you can make out my figure. My figure, I'm holding up 2 fingers. Can you see it or no? I'm wiggling them around. 2 fingers? Now it's 3 fingers. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that on, but I need to be in the 5 a.m. club for real. Yo, I just don't know. I don't know. And I have so much shit to do tomorrow. Maybe I should just say fuck it and not do any of it at all. Maybe. No. I wanted to go be inspired and like go audition and do all this shit. I'm just one person. I can't live 3 lives. I'm one human being. And I have to like figure out if I'm saving money or using money and funding myself to go to all these open mics, or if I'm like saving to just survive through the summer as if it was a winter for a rabbit or something. Why am I so poor? I hate being poor so much. I can't do this forever. I really can't do this forever. Okay, it's a little bit later after I recorded that last section. I know it's still dark. The light's still over there for my piano. But anyways, this thought just occurred to me that maybe even the people that are giving me this anxiety and this worry, and maybe even those white men that are like controlling, you know, whatever, everything, maybe these same people are also trying their best. Maybe these same people are doing what they genuinely believe is the best thing to do. Maybe they have some circumstances that they're dealing with that has led them to become the people that they are. And maybe they're genuinely following practices that they've learned or that they've been taught, and that's why they're doing it. Maybe they think that they're doing the right thing. Maybe some people think that doing the wrong thing is the right thing to do, because in a world where you feel like you can't win, maybe people just seek shortcuts and small wins, and that's just how they think it's okay to live. Maybe everyone is actually trying their best, and maybe I can just forgive the idiosyncratics. I don't even know if that's a word. Maybe I can just forgive the idiosyncrasies that I deal with from imperfect people, because I too am an imperfect person. Maybe I can just let it go, because I can't change anyone else. Maybe I just don't even have the room to worry about that. I have to grind. I'm grinding. Maybe I just have to accept people for who they are and how they are, and just do the best I can to not go crazy trying to like idealize people while I'm trying to idealize myself and idealize the world, and figure out how to accept the things that I cannot change and be courageous about the things I can. I know there's like a cool quote for that, but yeah, that just occurs to me. I'm like watching an ASMR video that I've seen before, and I think I'm actually in a calm state right now, and I don't think I've been in a calm state. And I think that's partially due to all the caffeine intake, which is fully my fault, 100%. So I guess I gotta chill on that coffee intake, you know? So much for watching my videos. I mean, seriously, the time that I'm like recording this, I'll probably get like maybe between 7 to 10 views per video, but I'm just thankful that, like, first of all, I'm thankful to God. I mean, when I tell you I can't do anything without God, I mean, even the things that I think that I'm doing without God, I know it's because of God. Even this feeling of, oh, I don't know if my intuition, da-da-da, I know God's gonna bring me back. It's just, it can be painful sometimes, the way that God brings you back, but I'm just thankful that God has given me the space to be where I am. I mean, as much as I complain about the things I have, like, I'm so grateful for them. I'm thankful for my jobs, for both of them, the opportunity, because I could be in a position where I don't even have the opportunities. at all, right? Like, even though things are up in the air and I'm confused as hell, at least I could say, hey, yo, the next 2 weeks, I know, I'm gonna have food on the table. I know the next month I'll be all right. Like, I'm just thankful for that, thankful that what I have been able to save, that I was able to save, and thankful I'm going on like a trip in May. I'm praying that things will work out, that I won't have to use all my savings on just rent and food and existing in the next couple months. I pray that I'll even be able to continue to save and save even more. Save to the point where I can actually move next year. I pray for that, but I'm still grateful, that God has given me the space to be safe. I'm clean. I have a shower. I know I need to clean my room, but this is my space, and I'm just so thankful to have that. I'm thankful to have my computer. I'm thankful for this phone. This phone that is old, and it's an iPhone like SE, and it's lasted, and it looks ridiculous sometimes, and people laugh the fact that I still have it. I'm so thankful because it gives me opportunity. It allows me to make these videos. It allows me to talk to you. It allows me to edit. It allows me to upload. It allows me to do what I need to do. I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for the consistency that God has allowed me to have every time that I've prayed for it. I'm thankful that God is trying to build something in me, that God is stretching me, making me the person that I need to be to shine that glory in this world. And I'm thankful for that. Again, I love y'all. To the moon and beyond. Much love. See you.
I can't lie, you're the love of our lives. Life so far has been colder than nice. That's why I gotta give it one more inside.